Heavy rain and powerful winds caused major problems from Texas to Georgia over the weekend, where dangerous storms are being blamed for at least 2 deaths. Intense lightning and torrential rain hit parts of Texas overnight. Destructive wind gusts reached up to 100 miles per hour. Hail blanketed the roads in parts of the state. A twister touched down near the Panhandle. This comes after a weekend of dangerous storms all across the South. At least one person died from the storms in Mississippi and another in Georgia. Our sister station in Abilene saw some major damage from the severe weather. This is a look at drone footage of the damage. A tornado hit the building, destroyed some of the tower and some of the building. The roof of the studio, as you can see, was blown away from the strong winds, but the good news is there were no injuries.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with Chief Meteorologist Chris Suchan.
But that must have been terrifying.
So the roof peeled right off over the weather center at our station in Abilene. Yeah.
And I imagine they were on the air.
They were on air, and it knocked them off air. But I mean, just incredibly thankful. Thank God no one was hurt or worse.
Because there's a lot in the building that could just, that's very scary.
That was a very powerful set of storms last night in the northern half of the state, North Texas here. Outside we go, and we have a little bit of haze from Saharan dust. Raul B. Rodriguez Law Weather Cam view across each of our 4 zones. And these are really not rain-producing clouds right now. 97 in San Antonio. That is also the high for the day, and of course feeling hotter when you factor in the humidity. All right, this is an active forecast ahead despite really how it looks right now. This is visible satellite, and I'm able to show you some of the scattered clouds that catch my eye. What am I watching? So you have a little bit of a boundary right here. So up around San Angelo, we're going to watch these cumulus clouds. And then this is a remnant outflow boundary right here from some of that overnight storm commotion we had up north into this morning, and it's drifting south. And this is something you want to watch where it provides a little lift to get a shower or storm going. Not quite in our viewing area, but just north from Gonzales. I know you're hearing the thunder there in Welder. Here you see this line. This is what we call a density gradient. It's a change in the air mass from the cooling from those storms, change in the humidity, and radar picks up on it. So that's that little green line I'm watching. But then you see here, let's move the clouds away, and there you can see heavy rain just out of our viewing area, pretty sluggish moving storm. And it's not severe, but that's what I'm watching as we work our way into sunset this evening, is that little boundary slip south, see if we're able to get 1 or 2 a little closer to Bexar County or our eastern zone. Otherwise, you see all this commotion here to the northwest. Well, we do have a stationary front now across the state. This is like a little set of railroad tracks in the atmosphere for these storms to follow along. Provides a little lift to get showers and storms going. And when you look upstairs in the atmosphere, the mid-levels, all right, so here's our next weather maker, a little harmless little mid-level low coming in. The high is gone, and as this sets up camp, it's providing opportunities for multiple rounds of showers and storms. Just what we need to see in our area. And then over the weekend, it slowly moves away, but we have a little leftover rain chance. So now let's walk you through it. Here's hour by hour. See, this evening, I'll be watching mainly our eastern third of our area. And then as we head into the early morning, 7 o'clock, may have a complex of storms. Now, as seen here, this is more the Austin area. We just get scraped. But you really can't lock in on these storms. We have to watch their trends. It could be further south. So we'll be watching these overnight trends for you, and then see if we get something, maybe it's a little more over us than the Austin area midday. Then we catch a break, and then notice there's another batch of storms developing out west. Tuesday night into Wednesday, some severe risk with those as you saw them, and also localized flooding risk. And then we'll cook up another batch of showers and thunderstorms late day Wednesday, Wednesday night, Thursday. So you see where we're going with this forecast. It is really active through the week. And the total rainfall, generally a 1 to 3 inch rain is my expectation, or locally more. I'll show you the 2 global models. You see the GFS, that's some pretty healthy totals. European models throwing out some signals of some flash flooding. We do want to watch that over the next 7 days. And there's a little bit of a severe risk. Anytime you're in a pattern like this, you always have to watch for wind or hail. So we'll be doing that here through the course of this week. Weather alert days in our 7-day forecast. For Wednesday and Thursday, the risk of a strong to severe storm and localized flooding. So I thought about putting one in tomorrow, but I had confidence a little higher Wednesday, Thursday, in the 80s. And then the weekend, Father's Day weekend, we have 92 for Dad on Sunday with an isolated shower storm. Out west, we have those storm chances here next few days. The hill country as well. Look at the chances for showers and storms in the 80s much of this week. And here's a look at our eastern zone extended forecast. Guys.